Hey everyone, Susan here. So I thought I would do a DIY project that I've been thinking about doing for a while now to hold. So what I have is 2 mason jars. You can use other jars. You don't have to use mason jars. I just happen to get a couple of mason jars from my mom, so I'm going to be using mason jars for this. And then I've got just a bunch of acrylic paints, and then some water in a glass. And then what I have is a container to put the paint in, because you're putting the paint in with a bit of water, so then it's runny, a bit liquid, so it's able to go around the jar and completely coat the inside of the jar. And what I'm doing is the finished product I will be doing, it will be holding my, so at the end, you won't need, well, you could keep this if you wanted to and have it on there like so. And then the end product, I'm going to put my makeup brushes in here, but I'm removing this piece, so that's on the inside of the lid. Now if you're not using a mason jar, you can, what I'll do is I'll do one mason jar with this around it, and then one without the lid at all. And I will put some of this ribbon wrapped around to decorate, to do a bow. So let's get started here. I just have to set up a different camera angle for you guys so you're able to see it. You won't see me, but you'll hear me talking, so I shall be back. Unfortunately, I'm having difficulty getting the camera I wanted to use to work, so we're going to have to do it this way, and I'm just going to have to hold the jar up, or hold whatever I'm doing up so you can see it, unfortunately. Oh, hold on, maybe I can actually, there we go, that might be better. So I can bend it, like I can bring this down so you won't see me, you'll just see the item. So that might be better. There, you can see the item now. Okay, so we have 1 mason jar and 2. So first off, we're going to pick our first color of paint. So I want to use turquoise. So I'm going to use some turquoise green. So let's get that jar out of the way. Let's squeeze some paint in here, as you can see, green. And then let's add a bit of water, not a lot, just a bit. And then use a brush. I'm going to use a brush to mix the paint up. You don't have to if you don't want. You can use whatever you have, as long as it's something, because acrylic you can wash out with soap and water. So you can use whatever, or if it's something you don't care about getting paint on it, you can use it and then throw it out if you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the paint in the jar. Then I'm going to take the lid because it should work this way. And then I'm just gonna tip the jar and start rolling it around, as you can see. And let's get it on the top here. And spin and spin and spin. Oh, that's a... I don't know if it's a marker or what on the inside of that. That's weird. Oh no, it's where I haven't gotten the paint, so it's going on it now. Now, when you're finished, you're going to want to turn it upside down and let it sit. So, as you can see, I've got one little spot. Come on. So, as you can see, the jar is completely coated in the paint. So, you're going to want to let this dry overnight. Upside down, though. Like, you don't want to have it up like this. You want to have it turned upside down. So, let me get the box that I'm going to use for this. So, it's a big box, but it'll work. It's got friggin' stuff still in it. So, now what you want to do is you want to put it in the box. So, oh my gosh, I am so sorry about that. My mouse is back here and it's doing something funky. Okay, so what you want to do, you see the jar, but we want to put it in facing this way. So like this. So the excess paint comes out. So you want to put it in there overnight. And this you can do whatever with. It's got paint on it, so I don't know what you would do with it, but you can wash it and do whatever. Now, that's that jar. And it's beautiful and green. It's a nice color, actually. Now, we will move on to the I'll be right back. I have to rinse out this container so it's clean again. And clean off my desk here. And then I shall be back to do the second jar. And I'm back, so welcome back. Now we're going to do a purple. It's actually called African Violet. So this is the color. It's a little dark, but I think it'll look nice against the green. So let's get the color into the container. I've rinsed the container out because I was a dope and didn't grab 2 plastic containers. So in the description below, I will write the materials that you're going to need. So then you've got it, and then I'll put 2 plastic containers on there. So then you're not like me where you're having to rinse out the container. So this is the color purple before I put the water in. It's pretty. And now I'm going to put a bit of water. There we go. Take the brush and do the same as we did with the green. We're going to do with the purple. Mix it up. Pour it in the jar. And then put the lid on and swoosh it around. So, let me just mix this up. So, mixing it up here. So that should be good. So this is what it looks like. So now we're going to do the same. We're going to pour it into the jar. So we're pouring it into the jar. This is what it looks like when it's poured into the jar. There we go. So it's in the jar. And we're going to replace the mason jar lids. So the center. And this. And like I said, if you don't have a mason jar, you can use any jar you want with a lid. And use the same thing and do the same with the lid. So we're just gonna let it do its thing here. We're just gonna mix it around, spin it around. So as you can see, I've got a few holes here. So I'm gonna get it worked around here, and hopefully it'll work. We have to add a bit more paint, I think. So let's do that here. Off camera, of course. Unfortunately, you couldn't see that. Apologize. I just added a bit more paint, so I'm able to, crap. Got it on myself, of course. Good thing I'm wearing a shirt that's not very, it doesn't bother me, so if it gets wrecked. So let me add a bit of paint here. A bit of water, I mean. Paint. A bit of water to this and mix it up, so I can pour it in the jar. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so let me open the jar up here. Pour this in. And then put the lid back on. And then tip to get the rest. Okay, perfect. So, and this is our purple one. So, I will again tip this jar upside down to let it dry overnight, and then we shall see the finished product in the morning when it's dry. Hopefully it'll be dry overnight. I don't know. So just be patient if it's not. But it will be, and the video will be up shortly after that. Shortly after, because I think I want to show you the finished product and putting the bow and everything on it. The ribbon on the one. And putting the lid on the other, just to show you. So, yeah. So, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there, please don't forget to hit the red button and subscribe. And until next time, I shall see you all later.